We hear all the time about AI shaking things up, right? Like self-driving cars are a big one,
Yeah.
robot chefs, all that. But then there are some fields where it's like, okay, human judgment, that's got to be king.
Yeah, you would think so.
Real estate appraisal is one of those, you
Uh-huh.
know?
Right.
You picture someone with years under their belt, they just get this gut feeling about what a property's worth.
Mhm.
But here's where it gets interesting. Even those fields are changing because of AI.
Yeah.
And not in the ways you'd expect, which is why we're diving into it today.
Right.
We're going straight to the source, someone who's not just watching this AI shift happen, she's leading it.
Wow.
We're talking about Chandra Mast from Red Rose Appraisals.
Okay.
And her article is the basis for this deep dive. Strawberry Fields Forever, exploring how GPT empowers us appraisal practices.
Oh, love that title.
Right? Catchy.
It is.
So what's cool about Chandra is she's not just an appraiser, she teaches this stuff too.
Oh, interesting.
So she sees how AI is hitting both ways. The daily grind of appraisals and how the next generation's learning it.
That's a really unique perspective.
Totally. And speaking of Red Rose Appraisals, their website is our other source today. It's not just what they appraise, but why AI matters to them. And it's not like they're dealing with simple stuff.
Right.
We're talking commercial properties, equestrian estates, the kind of stuff where you need that local knowledge.
Absolutely.
And their site really hits on accuracy and integrity. So adopting tech, it's not some fad for them. It's about being even better at what matters.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can really see why they'd be drawn to AI.
And that takes us right to Chandra's article. Even the title, Strawberry Fields Forever, tells you something's different here.
For sure.
It's playful. It's not what you expect when you think AI. Like maybe AI itself is going beyond that whole robot stereotype.
I think so. And, it used to be that a misspelling, that was a dead giveaway. Like, okay, a machine wrote this. Now, these GPT models are so good, even the errors can be on purpose.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chandra actually uses different GPT versions, 3.5 and 4. Now, for anyone listening who's not, knee-deep in tech,
Sure.
let's break that down.
Okay, so instead of these scary robots, think of GPTs like superpowered assistants.
Okay.
GPT 3.5, that's the intern everyone wishes they had.
Oh.
Super efficient. It's great at the boring stuff, first drafts, summarizing long reports.
Oh, I need that.
Right, all the basic data analysis, it just powers through it.
So the appraiser, the human, is freed up for the hard stuff.
Exactly, you got it.
And that's just 3.5. What about GPT-4?
Okay, now we're talking a whole team of specialists.
Whoa.
GPT-4 can handle the really complex stuff. We're talking zoning regulations, super nuanced market trends, even those what-if situations for valuing a property.
Yeah.
And it's not about replacing the appraiser's knowledge, it's about making it stronger.
So it's AI plus human equals even better results, which leads us to custom GPTs, which Chandra talks about. This sounds like where it goes from helpful to game-changing, right?
Absolutely. Picture this. An AI assistant, but it's not just trained on general real estate, it knows your market,
Okay.
your favorite valuation methods, even how you like to talk to clients.
Whoa, really?
That's the power of these custom GPTs.
That's wild.
It is.
So it's like instead of starting from scratch every time, this custom GPT remembers all your past work.
Exactly. Think about it. It's got this memory of your analyses, the data points you always go for, even your communication style, like having an assistant who's been shadowing you for months, learning the ropes.
That's incredible. And that makes things like market analysis, pulling those comparable sales,
Way faster. Right?
way faster and more tailored to what you need. It's not just speed, it's doing things smarter.
And the scenario testing Chandra talks about, it's going to be huge for appraisers, right? Like being able to play out different market conditions. Huge. Let's say you've got this gut feeling about how a property would do if the market booms or if things go south. Custom GPTs can actually run those simulations for you.
Wow.
You get data to back up your intuition, or maybe it shows you something you missed. It's like a data-powered crystal ball.
That's amazing. Okay, so we've got these personalized AI assistants, but then Chandra throws in this @ symbol, like you can use multiple GPTs at once.
Right.
That's where I lose track a little.
Okay, think of it this way. You've got a team of experts, but each one's a specialist, right?
Okay, yeah.
One's a numbers whiz, another one's a great communicator. Maybe there's even one who's a presentation guru.
Right, right.
That @ symbol is how you call in the expert you need right now.
So different GPTs for different jobs.
Exactly. And for someone like Chandra, who has to explain complex stuff to clients, that's huge.
Well, I bet.
Imagine you're explaining a valuation, but the client, they're not a real estate expert, right?
Yeah.
You could have one GPT crunching numbers in the background, while another one's helping you explain it all in plain English.
So it's making the information make sense, not just spitting out data.
Exactly. It's about being useful.
And speaking of making things clear, Chandra mentions this canvas thing. I have to admit, I thought we were switching gears to painting for a minute there.
Does sound a little out there,
Right.
but remember how we were saying make this AI stuff approachable?
Yeah.
That's where Canvas comes in.
Okay.
Think of it like a mood board, but digital. You can bring in all these different things, market trends, those comparable sales we talked about, even ideas for renovations.
Oh, cool.
And the key is AI powers it all. So you're not hunting down this information manually.
So instead of giving your client a giant spreadsheet or like a boring report,
Right.
you're creating this visual experience
Right.
that really brings the data to life.
Exactly. It's about telling a story with the data and visuals. That's what makes people really get it. And when they get it, they trust your recommendations more.
It all comes back to that article title, doesn't it? Strawberry Fields Forever. It's
Yeah.
like, don't be afraid of AI. It can be fun.
Exactly. It's about remembering that human connection, clear communication, that still matters, even with all this data.
Yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of data, Chandra also talks about how GPT is being used in Excel,
Right.
like the spreadsheet program.
The one and only.
That's something I understand. But AI in a spreadsheet, that could be amazing or a total disaster.
It's definitely on the amazing side, especially if you're already comfortable with data.
Okay, so how does it work?
Imagine using plain English to tell Excel what to do, all thanks to GPT.
Hold on. So instead of formulas and all that, I could just be like, Excel, show me the average price of 3-bedroom homes within a mile of here.
You got it, and it just does it.
Seriously.
That's the power of GPT, working with something like Garage Labs. You can ask for summaries of huge data sets, make predictions based on past data, even generate charts and graphs, all just by typing what you want.
That would save so much time. But okay, what about control? Can you customize it? Because I don't want the AI going rogue on my spreadsheet.
That's the beauty of it. Chandra talks about how you're always in control. You can fine-tune everything, make sure the AI is working with you, not running the show.
That's good to know.
It's all about giving you the power to make better decisions, not taking over.
Okay, so we've gone from AI handling the tedious tasks to basically co-writing these appraisals. It's a lot. It's a lot to wrap your head around.
It really is.
Like, we're getting this peek into a future where AI isn't just a tool for appraisal, it's more like your partner.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Chandra's saying. It's not about replacing appraisers. It's about this augmentation,
Okay, yeah.
combining what humans are great at with the power of AI.
So it's like having a co-pilot who can crunch tons of data super fast,
Right.
but also gets the human side of things.
Exactly.
Which makes you think, what does this even mean for the future of how appraisers are trained?
That's such a good question, and it gets at why Chandra's perspective is so interesting.
Right.
She's not just using this tech, she's teaching the next generation.
Yeah.
And it's more than just, here's how the buttons work. It's about thinking critically.
Oh, interesting.
Like, how do you spot bias in the data? How do you make sure you're using AI ethically?
So AI is kind of pushing the field to level up, not just with tech, but with the skills appraisers need.
Absolutely. And I love how Chandra ends her article. It's this call for everyone to work together to explore. She's saying, this is just the start.
Yeah.
The tech's going to keep changing, and it's up to us, the humans, to make sure it's used for good.
You know, we started off thinking about those big AI things, self-driving cars, all that.
Right.
But what we're seeing with Chandra is the really big changes. They might be happening in the places we least expect.
It's so true. And for your listeners out there who love learning new stuff,
Yeah.
this is a sign. Don't just think about how AI might change your field. Go out and find those connections yourself.
Because you never know, maybe one of our listeners will be inspired by Chandra, right? Maybe they'll write their own Strawberry Fields Forever, showing us how they're using AI in their world.
I love that.
And we will be here for it. Thanks for diving in with us today.